Order. Can I call Ms Maxwell with a question, please?
Thank you, President. My question is to the Minister for Local Government, Mr Somyurek. It is about the status of the Councils and Emergencies project overseen by Local Government Victoria, especially as it relates to bushfire management and prevention activity in regional areas of the state. I believe work on that project started back in 2016 with a view to enhance the capability and capacity of local councils in emergency management. However, I understand there may recently have been slippage in the scheduled timelines for the project. Given this apparent delay to its completion date, can the Minister indicate the new date excuse me, and whether in the interim the government will be increasing resourcing specifically to improve councils' preparedness for emergency situations? I ask this especially in relation to the current bushfire season.
Minister.
Thank you, President. I'd like to thank the member for her question. President, whilst the responsibility of emergency management sits with the Minister for Police and Emergency Services, as a Minister for Local Government, I do, however, have a very narrow responsibility which is restricted to the following two programs. That is the program that the member just mentioned, Councils and Emergencies Project, and also the MERP, or the Municipal Emergencies Resourcing Program. Now, the Councils and Emergency Project is a three-phase project, and the member's right, it's commenced in 2016. The project has three phases. Phase one is about clarifying the responsibilities of councils with respect to emergency services, emergency management. Phase two is about, and that phase has been complete. Phase two is about the evaluation of each council's emergency capability and capacities. Now, I'm informed that phase two was due to be completed in September. However, due to the complex nature of the data gathering and then the analysis of the data, that's been pushed back to December this year. So phase two should be completed by December this year. Phase three, which is about development of strategies to address the areas of improvement identified in the first two phases. I'm informed that is due to commence next year. However, the member can rest assured, and the House and the people of Victoria can rest assured, this does not compromise our capabilities to fight bushfires.
Ms Maxwell, supplementary, please.
Thank you, President. Thank you, Minister. Excuse me. Minister, many of my constituents believe councils are not sufficiently resourced, particularly to be able to upgrade a range of ageing fire-related infrastructure. This includes fire plugs, community standpipes, tanks and bores, fire access trucks and CFA water tanks. As well as roadsides, they believe frequently require very costly fire prevention and mitigation work left unfinished by Vic roads. There's also frustration at the lack of full public transparency surrounding emergency management funding to local government bodies. Minister, given that context, will you commit to making publicly available a detailed breakdown of the emergency management funding provided to each Victorian council, including through the Fire Service Levy, the Municipal Emergency Resourcing Program and ultimately the Councils and Emergencies projects?
Minister.
Thank you, President. I'd like to thank the member for her question. President, the Fire Services Levy is a matter for the Treasurer, and I'm happy to pass that question on to the Treasurer, and he may well be able to break that down for you. In terms of Council Emergencies Project, the funding for that is going to the various phases that I've just previously outlined. And with respect to Municipal Emergency Resources Program, there is $4.6 million ongoing funding for that. To break that down to 64 projects, I don't have that data, the figures in front of me at the moment. Even if I did have, it would have been a long and laborious process to break it down. I would have furnished you with those details offline, and I'm happy to do that in this instance.